In this video, we're going to take a look at how to use your Mac to create a digital signature that you can add to PDF documents that need signed. So let's get started by looking at an email here. I have an email that says PDF document needs your signature. There's an attached PDF there. If I click on that PDF, I'm going to have the option to download it or add it to my Google Drive. Now here's where a lot of people make the mistake. If I just click download here, you'll see that it downloads. And when I go to open that file, take a look. What I've done there is I've downloaded it to my Chrome browser. For us to add this signature like we're trying to do, we need it on our local device. I'm going to come up here to this download button in Chrome, and when I hit that, you see I get something a little bit different. In this case, it has the file name and it gives me a location. Now I can save it locally on my device. That's going to allow me to work with it to add a signature to it. So I'm going to go ahead and hit save there. Okay, let's go ahead and minimize our browser, get that out of the way. As you can see on my desktop, here's this LPDC form that I want to add a signature to. Down here at the bottom, I have a signature box. Now, what you'll notice up at the top, I am in preview. That's where I need to be working with this document in order to do that. And the signature is found under Tools. So if I'm in preview and I have that PDF open, I go over to Tools. I'm going to scroll about halfway down to Annotate. And then I'm going to scroll all the way down from Annotate to Signature. Now you can see that I already have a signature in there. Let's take a look at how this works. Really simple. Okay, there's my signature. I can move it anywhere I want on the document. Let's move it down to the bottom here. I can actually resize it so it fits in there better. And once I go ahead and I hit save, that annotation is now saved on there. Of course, down the road, if I need to take something off and change it, I can always delete that too. So under Tools, Annotate, Signature, if you get this signature added to your Mac, it's going to really simplify things for you. Now there's a couple ways that you can do that. Let's go under Manage Signatures and take a look at how this works. Okay, when I go Manage Signature, you'll see that I have, since there's already one there, I have the ability to create a new one. So let's try to create a new one. Taking a look at the screen, you can see there's three ways to do it. Let's start with the trackpad. Now, I cannot do this very well. If this works for you, that's great. You can give it a try, but you click in the box. Using your finger, you can try to create a signature. Mine is really quite terrible. Press any key, hit done, and see I've created a new signature. I don't like that trackpad at all because I just can't do it legibly enough. There are two other ways that are much better in my opinion. I'm going to go create signature again. Now you see that I have the camera version. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I've taken a white sheet of paper. I'm going to hold this up there. Now it captured that in a way that it's kind of messy. You should have a little more success with that. If you put it on white paper, you hold it in front of the camera, and then once you it captures it, you hold it just above that blue line. You can go ahead and click done. It's going to add that signature for you. I'm going to try this one more time, see if I can get it to look a little bit better. So let's come back here. Let's go to the camera. Okay, I'm going to hold this up here above the blue line. Try to hold it nice and still. There it goes. Okay, much better in that case. So that's a pretty easy way to do it. They do suggest that you use white paper to do that. One other way I can create the signature, which I think is really convenient, go create signature here. I'm going to come over to iPad. Now in order for this to work, I need to have my iPad signed into my iCloud and my computer signed into the same one. Actually, let's back up a step and let's take a look at that. So if I go to my system preferences here, you can see in this case I'm signed into my Apple ID on my Mac. Okay, now let's go ahead and let's jump over and let's take a look at what's happening on the iPad as well. If you take a look on iPad, if I go to my settings, you can see I'm signed into the same iCloud account, which is really a nice thing because now the two devices are pairing with each other. So they have to be in proximity. They're sitting side by side. But if I want to create this on iPad, let's take a look at how this would work. I still am going to go to Tools. I'm going to go to Annotate, Signature, Manage Signatures down here at the bottom. when I go to create my new signature, because my iPad and my Mac are signed in with the same Apple ID, they're sitting side by side, I'm going to go ahead and hit iPad. On the iPad, you'll see a screen that looks like this come up. Go ahead and sign it. And then go ahead and tap done. And you can see I've just created another signature using my iPad. So now I can use that one, put that one in the box as well. Now with the iPad, you can do that two different ways. You could create that signature with your finger. I also used a stylus. So if I go through that process one more time, Tools, Annotate, Signature, under Manage, I'm going to create a new one. I'm going to use my iPad. And let me try to make this one a little bit neater. As you can see, I created a pretty neat signature there, and I was using the Logitech crayon that the district has issued to us. Now, once we get that signature in there, just one other thing for you to keep in mind. PDFs, when you annotate those, do not work like a Google Doc. They're not a collaborative doc that can be signed in by multiple people and edited simultaneously. What I've basically just done is added that almost like an image over top the PDF. So I need to come up here and I need to click File and save that. So now, if I close that PDF document, this PDF that's on my desktop here, that has the signature saved. If I wanted to send that on to someone else, what I would need to do is I would need to come back here to my Gmail, and then just like I normally would if I were to do a reply, and whoever my recipient is, I need to go ahead and attach that file right from my desktop. You can see that it's actually not that one, it's found right there. I would need to attach that and send it on, and then the next person could do the same process. So hopefully that video helps to show you 3 different ways that you can add your signature to a PDF, and that'll greatly simplify the process of signing these PDFs and then sending them on to someone else.